Oh my God, I love the background.
That's one of the designs that I had. I thought, hey, I'll just hang it up.
It's perfect. Oh my God. I'm thinking now I mean, I'm jealous. Now I need like a Chihuahua behind me or something. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's just start. Why don't you tell our friends your name and what is it that you do?
I'm Laurren Darr, and I'm in Speedway, Indiana, founder of the Pet Fashion Guild, which for people that want to know, it's free to join. And I also have recently started doing designs of my own, like you see here in the background, for humans, pet fashionista stuff for humans with different, like 200 breeds of dogs on it.
Yeah. The mamas need stuff too.
Exactly. And that's the thing I thought. I don't see a whole lot out there for us moms. So why not? Why not do that? So that's houseoflauren.com that I started.
Then since you're talking about it, let's go to it. So I think that's your encyclopedia.
Yes, actually, those are the encyclopedias. That's a 7 set for pet fashion, because one of the goals when creating the Pet Fashion Guild was to provide educational materials for people that want to be in the pet fashion industry. And so actually I have one here.
Okay.
It has the Chihuahua page.
Oh, yes. I love it. Okay, 1 second. Let me close this so we can see closer on the Chihuahua page.
And this is the other. So we have both the short, smooth coat and the long coat. And that's the toy breeds.
That's the volume number 5 or 7.
This is number 1.
Oh, that's the number 1. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I absolutely think that every person that is jumping into pet fashion design should have your collection.
Well, I appreciate that. I really felt like you and I both have gone through the program. And this is an idea that came from going to FIT, because you really kind of need to find your muse and know how to design for specific breeds. And I wanted all of that information in one place. So it shows like the activity level and coat thickness, their overall size rating and shedding. And then I took all of that information and put it in what to consider when you're designing for those specific breeds. So the whole 7-volume set has around 200 breeds in it.
Yes. FIT should have that as part of their curriculum, actually, because I don't think there's anything like it. And people think that dressing an animal is so easy, but it's very complicated when you have to look into legal terms about it, because you have to protect yourself in terms of the outfit fitting correctly to the animal, because you are selling a product and you're liable for the product that you're selling. So it's important for you to know the anatomy of the animal, and then if they have allergies, the type of coat, the colors of the coat, so you can enhance their looks. But listen, was that the way that we met?
Was it? I know I went to the New York Pet Fashion Show. I'm not sure if that's where we met or if it was through FIT. It was probably through Dana. You know how she connects everybody.
Yes. I have to put Dana on our conversations later on so people know who we're talking about. But do you remember the year that you went to the New York Pet Fashion Show?
Oh my goodness. I know I went to, there was
we've been around for too long.
I've been around a block or two since then. I know there was the Pet Fashion Week when that was going on, and I know that was around 2008-ish. And so then
so probably we did meet at FIT before, because I remember I acquired my certificate on pet product design by December of 2008.
Okay.
So the next year I was an official pet fashion designer.
And you were the first.
And I was the first.
You're number one.
And I'm the oldest of the group. Now, tell us about this other book.
This book, that's the Pet Business Marketing Almanac. And that idea that was another thing that germinated in one of the classes, because it's important when you do your designs as a pet fashion designer, you need to let people know that you have them. Mm-hmm. And so it's a resource where it has pet holidays, which are the biggest thing for social media, to be able to use those holidays and post different things for the different holidays. And over the years, it's kind of expanded also to include other holidays, like medical holidays and things like that. It also has industry events in the book. There's some marketing articles in the book. And it's something that...
Let me just tell you that I love the cover.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. We're going to go soon into who is the young man that is next to you, because I mean, obviously people can see that it's you, your pug, and there's a young man next to you and a cat. So we'll go to that a little bit later. But I am very selfish on liking this cover because you're wearing a green dress that reminds me of another event and a dress that, of course, I said has to be my favorite.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you did that for me. I still have it.
Yes. You still have it? Okay, yes. So it's the logo of your company, no? Is the logo of your company?
Oh yeah, it's the Pet Fashion Guild logo, yes.
Yeah, so at the bottom of the dress, I hand painted a logo of your company. And you were so proud wearing that dress to a few places. and this is what, the Writers Association?
Yes, Dog Writers. That is probably the year I won Children's Book of the Year for the Lipstick on a Pug book.
Oh my God, that is amazing. Yeah. I mean, people should know that you have, like, how many books by now?
Through Let Paw Press, I think we have around 70 books. Now, not all of them are written by me. A couple are from my husband and a couple are from Zachary, my son. But the majority are mine because people who know me know I'm pug crazy, and written about.
Look at that.
And so I've written about every pug that I've had and over the years. And I've also written things like the Pugnocchio that you have in the screen there, which are the fairy tales. And it all started with my son he was getting disinterested in school and in reading, and he was an avid reader before that. And so I started putting our Inky and Sarge were our pug dogs' names at the time. And so I would start saying their names in nursery rhymes. And he just thought that was great. He thought it was funny, and he would laugh and he would say, "Oh, Mommy, you need to put that in a book." And I thought, well, if that'll get him interested again in school. So I did a little bit of research, figured out how to publish books, and it's just ballooned from there.
It just took a life of its own.
It did.
Well, since we're talking about the young man, so let's just show a little bit about your pride and joy.
Yes. Oh my goodness, he looks so young there. It's amazing how they grow so much in just a couple years. He is a stock car racer and what they call a pro late model. So he's, in layman's terms, that's probably about 2 steps before he'll get into the lower tier NASCAR ride. And so we're pretty proud of him. And during the summer, people, when they call me and they can't get a hold of me, it's probably because I'm at a racetrack or I'm packing for a racetrack or unpacking from a racetrack.
You are an amazing mom, very brave to allow this young man to grow and evolve into his own passions. not everyone is willing to do that. But how young did he start it?
He got in a go-kart. Actually, they felt he was a little bit old to start out. He was around 10 years old.
Okay.
But he got in a go-kart and he never wanted to do anything but race.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I tell everybody he came out of the womb wanting to race, and he started out in the go-kart and moved up fairly quickly from there. And then that picture you showed was from a mini cup stock car. So it's a half scale, and it went around 70 miles an hour, I think, on a racetrack.
Wow.
So
but this is Zachary now.
Yes. He's grown.
Very handsome man, very handsome young man. How old is Zachary now?
He just turned 18 in July.
And he's graduating from high school?
Yes.
Okay.
In April, I think it was, he actually, with COVID hitting and everything, we held off on an open house and even kind of hesitated, should we do that or should we not?
Mm-hmm.
But he only had one weekend free in September, so we're going to have an open house at graduation party for him. He went to online school, so I didn't get to do the things that a lot of the moms get, which is see their boys go to homecoming or prom or things like that. We didn't get to experience that. We've always been at a racetrack or those kinds of things.
And here is your family, your beautiful family, and you're all sporting the 53,
yes,
which is the number of the car. And I just love how you always incorporate that into the pet world, no matter what. And look at this picture. So it's a family affair.
It is. There were times at, like, especially Rockford Speedway in Illinois, he won a championship there. And so he had a group of fans, little gaggle of girls, and they would always come into the pits and they would want to see Bella. And he would say, they don't want to see me. They want to see my dog. And we're like, what can we say?
Maybe you should add Bella, like a graphic of Bella to the car somewhere so they know.
Actually, there is a design that's on the car right now. Let me see if this, where it says my homework.
It's on the car?
We just put that on there for the race this past weekend.
Well, you're going to have to show us later a picture of that. Maybe take us through the process from how it starts the painting until the work is done. I think that is fascinating. At least for me, I like to be painting all the time. So I would really love seeing the process of how they do that into the car. I'm assuming it's airbrush.
Actually now they print it out basically on a great big sticker. They call them decals. And they put it on the car. So
oh my God, you just made me feel so old. I'm going, of course, we're going to have conversation, and I want to know what triggers Laurren, what, on your personal level. And then I found this that oh my God, I found this.
What am I going to see? Yes.
Well, you jumping from an airplane.
Yes.
My friend, I have to say, you are the bravest of the bravest. Okay, how that happened?
Well, actually, I was in a group. There was a group of us ladies that did this together.
Okay.
It was, for lack of a better word, a therapy group. And
what a way of getting cute or something.
And one of the ladies in our group, you're not going to believe this, she was almost 80 years old at the time. And we were talking about things that we had never done or always thought, hey, I wonder what it would be like to do blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So
And
the bucket list.
yes. So I was kind of in the middle, but we had a gal as young as like 20, 22. And then we had Betty, who was near 80 at the time.
So
And
you're telling me I have hope. I still have hope.
oh, absolutely. I even thought about doing it again, but but it started out as a joke. I was like, oh, I've always wanted to jump out of a perfectly good airplane just for the heck of it. And somebody said, I've wondered what it would be like to skydive too. And they said, well, why don't you guys do it? And all of a sudden, it's one of those things that, dudes are sitting around drinking, they would probably challenge each other to do, but we were perfectly sober.
That might be the scary part.
And so we were like, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I thought it would just kind of, end after the meeting. And then one of the ladies said, I found the place. It's an hour and a half away. And these are the dates that are available. And this is how much it costs. And they can get us in as a group of, I think there were 5 of us. And all of a sudden it was like, oh, we can't back out now.
So we're really doing it. Wow. And then I'm glad that you have pictures to show that it really happened. Because it's one of those things that is hard to believe. Anyone who doesn't really have to do it and they do it voluntarily, let's just say. That's amazing. But Laurren, I mean, if we were to continue talking, you have so many things that you can share. But and I know that you are like a pug lover, but when you hear the word Chihuahua, what comes to mind?
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but I have kind of a grand Chihuahua. My daughter has one, a Chihuahua, and Rosie. And one of the words that does come to mind, honestly, is spoiled. Because even though she has 3 dogs, Rosie rules. And the other 2 are of different breeds. One's a husky and then one's a mixed breed. But she rules the roost. So maybe queen, little queenie.
Little queen. Okay, so she's a true Chihuahua. Okay, no doubt. And it's great that you have different sizes for your work. Very convenient. I wish I could have like different dogs and different people. But Laurren, I mean, I want to thank you for always being so supportive. This year, when the pandemic happened, I was trying to figure out, how to help, what to do, that I could do both things, continue in the pet fashion industry, but at the same time trying to help people. You are probably one of the first that ordered custom mask what your young son is wearing there, your handsome boy. And
yeah.
So thank you for always being so supportive, but not only for me, I mean, everyone that you know. And then for you to make those books for aspiring people that want to get in the industry, they are so inspirational, and they they do give you guidance on what is it that you have to do and what you have to learn. What you really have to learn, which is the most important thing. I mean, but is there anything that I'm going to post your information so people can connect with you, but is there anything that you would like to share?
Sure. One is, like you said, I love to support people in the pet fashion industry. And if they want to go to petfashionguild.com, it doesn't cost anything to sign up. That's the way I wanted to structure it, so that they could join, and I send out things on a monthly basis, like pet holidays, and then the pet patterns. email that goes out. It's actually based on the book Pet Fashion Industry Patterns, which is about me just kind of observing for a number of years going, hey, this might be a long-term trend. Because even though the fun part is designing for pet fashion and our dogs, you also kind of, like you do, you're amazing at this, is kind of watching the trends and figuring out what can I do as a business owner, because at the end of the day, it still is a business. I mean, you're doing the masks, and then those, I forget what you call them, but those nice lounge
suits. Suits.
Those are amazing. I'm like, that's perfect for everybody that has to work at home now. But that's one of those things that you kind of need to just look forward to is, are there other animals I can design for? Are there other breeds I need to think about? Those kinds of things. So they will get those on a regular basis if they sign up at petfashionguild.com.
Yeah, fantastic.
I think I would have to double check, but I think the email list right now in the Pet Fashion Guild, it's probably close to around 1,500. So they are definitely not alone.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's a neat little niche, a wonderful group of people. And I would love to see it grow. And
Me too.
Yes.
Me too. I definitely, I'm going to put that address so everybody goes and join, because I absolutely wanted to see it bigger and better. And one day I want to see you making like a big convention of I mean, you think my head always go to the next step. You're only looking through email and communicating now through email, and I'm thinking, Comic-Con should be nothing next to their Pet Fashionista World Convention.
I'm with you. Let me get this kid a NASCAR ride first.
Well, my friend, let me tell you, he's 18. He soon is going to get wings on his own. He's about to fly cuckoo nests. Which is wonderful. You are an amazing mom. You are an incredible friend. I mean, there's nothing, that can describe the admiration that I have for you. You know that one of my fondest memories, and that I is very embedded inside of me, is that once we left, I think, one of the shows at the Pennsylvania Hotel, and we walked together under the snow to the west side to another event. It was freezing cold, and you had a dress and high heels. And I do not know how we walked for 15 minutes from the east side to the west side. I made it to the event. I mean, I don't remember what was the event, but I always remember just that walk that we had together. And then we got to have our moment to talk and meet each other on a more personal level, which it was really nice, I have to say. It was very nice.
It was.
So
conversation kept us warm.
Yes, well, I mean, definitely. And then that how they said that you have to smack me once to start, and then you have to really hit me hard to make me stop. But Laurren, thank you so much for doing this. I'm going to leave it with that. And then best of luck on Zachary's celebration. Okay. And then I'm looking forward to see your group growing and learning more and seeing more books.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your having me, and the feeling is mutual. Every time I turn around, you're doing something different and new and always amazing me.
Oh,
I don't think you sleep.
That is funny, because that seems to be a common denominator on my conversations with my friends. They all ask me, when do I sleep? I'm going to have to record myself sleeping.
I think so, because we don't believe it.
I am not an android. Okay, Laurren, thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.